Wolf of Fantasy Sports back with the NBA DFS Wolfpack for the 10-18 slate. Looking at Fantasy Labs Vegas lines. This will help you decide which games to target. Make sure you check it out. This is the DFS Wolfpack player pool. Get your sunscreen. Get your swim trunks. Get ready to go to the deep end. We're going to start in shallow waters. Looking at Dame Lillard, no McCollum in play. Usage rate should be up. The Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like him a lot. One of my favorite players. I like this matchup. Hopefully it's a close game. John Wall, I like this play. Embiid, 16-minute restriction. That's what's out there. That's what I read this morning. So I like John Wall, especially if Embiid is off the court. Kyrie Irving, first game at home. I like it. After the injury with Gordon Hayward, who knows what's going to happen with this team. I think they keep this game somewhat close. They played really well last night versus Cleveland. Had a shot to win the game. It's Milwaukee and point guards. They seem to limit point guards. That's what we saw last season, and I think that trend continues this season. So I like Kyrie's price. I think he can meet value for that price. Kemba Walker, decent play here. Mike Conley, Eric Bledsoe, Schroeder, all in play. Goran Dragic had a questionable tag coming up into this game, so hopefully his ownership is lower due to that. Elfrid Payton in play versus Miami somewhat. Miami tends to limit the point guard position too, but Elf is one of those players, like, he just has breakout games and they come out of nowhere and they tilt the whole slate. So I think Elf's definitely in play. I'll just have limited exposure. Looking at Ben Simmons. I like Ben Simmons as a player. I'm not sure if I'm going to have that much exposure to him on DraftKings due to the price, but I really like the play. And if you want exposure to Simmons, look on FanDuel. Price is a lot lower, and I think you can take advantage of it on FanDuel. Ricky Rubio in play versus Denver. Always target point guards versus Denver. And I think him and Gobert get it going. Drew Holiday, I'm not really big on that play right there. No exposure for me today. Dennis Smith Jr., 6,800 on DraftKings. A lot cheaper on FanDuel. Check him out over there. I recommend him there. As far as DraftKings, I'd say he's in play, but the price is just through the roof. D'Angelo Russell, there you go, 6,600. That's somebody I'll be targeting today. He'll be in a few of my lineups. Fultz, I'm off. That's a wait-and-see approach for me. See what the minutes are looking like. Fox for Sacramento, someone in play. I'll have exposure to him. Looking at Jeff Teague versus San Antonio. Should be going up against DeJounte Murray. I don't mind this play. I like Minnesota a lot. Thibodeau tends to play his starters a lot of minutes, which I love for fantasy purposes. So I think Teague could be in play here. I actually really like this game tonight to target, and I'll have one or two lineups where my main focus is this game here and working in players. Looking at Jamal Murray, decent play. Avery Bradley, decent play. George Hill, don't love it. Reggie Jackson, I'm off that. Don't mind it. Darren Collison, don't mind this play right here. He could come in real low owned. We're talking less than 10%, maybe less than 7%. 5,300, decent play. Same with Brogdon. Marcus Smart in play. Don't love it, but the price is all right. 5,000. Tyler Johnson, this is a decent play here, especially if Miami runs away with this game. But Miami and Orlando, pretty much the same teams from last year. They tend to play close. So I think Johnson is in play, especially if he gets hot off the bench. Looking at Yogi Ferrell, 4,500. He could see some minutes in this game here. He could be in play. Same with J.J. Barea. All depends on the minutes with these players here. And then there's a lot of risk with these players here. Same with Ish Smith, 4,100. Reggie Jackson could get into foul trouble with Kemba. And you see Ish Smith come in, and the coach will ride the hot hand. So Ish Smith comes in, starts scoring, putting in work, 4,100. He could 6x, 7x, no problem there. DeJounte Murray, I really like this play at 4,100 up against Jeff Teague. Should get the start in this matchup. Keep an eye on that. Wait for the starters to get announced. Looking at Ulis, I'm off. I'm off for Corey Joseph. Don't know what those minutes are going to be like now that he's with a new team. Going down to Terry Rozier. Don't mind that play. Garrett Temple should get the start. He could be a value pick. Keep an eye on that. Malik Monk should get a lot of minutes. Keep an eye on him. He could come in play. And I like Mario Chalmers a lot. He was in a lineup when I first started DraftKings back in 2015 where I won. One of my first big wins came off of Mario Chalmers' lineup, and it was the night he got hurt. Looking at his shooting guard position, James Harden. Up against Sacramento, I don't love it.